Welcome to Season 3 of Dextor Plays This War of Mine. This is a survival sim for civilizations within a war-torn environment. We were going to go ahead and start this thing up and see what we're going to get. This will be our new run. So each of the starts for This War of Mine has a little bit of a different mix. You get a different mix of survivors. Sometimes you have some things you start with, sometimes you don't, kind of depending. So I see 1, 2 survivors. Looks like we've got Roman. Can't tell what that is down there. Look happy. Right. Yep. So we got Roman and Katia. So this isn't a bad couple to start with. Katia has some trading skills that'll help make the trades a little bit better. Roman is good for fighting. One of the disadvantages I have with Roman is he's got a tendency that when things start getting bad, he takes it out on his people around him. So it usually means that I need to take him out or leave him alone at home, one or the other. So at this point, because of his fighting skills, just in case we get into scrap, we're going to take Roman out on scavenging missions. We'll leave Katia behind to guard and also do some work. So let's see if we got anything here to start with. We really don't. I don't see anything here as far as having beds already made or the like. So we'll just get them off to wounded. Okay. So one of the first things we're going to want to make is a bed, so we have some place to let him sleep. Hopefully we'll find some meds. And a bandage, because if we find a bandage, we're going to use it on Roman right off. Alright, and we'll get him working on... Oh, there we go. We'll first go over here. I'll clear that out. Grab all. And then he's going to go over here and start digging this out, because I think we usually have some of the bandages and stuff in one of these lockers here, down in here. So we'll have her. Hey, whoa, no, don't go up. Make a workbench, because I usually like to have a workbench start off right in the bat, right in the beginning, and then right after the workbench, I'll have make a. Hey, where are you going, dude? Come back here. Dig. I like to have myself a shovel, a crowbar, used for both clearing the house and also for my first recon of each place I go to. Wow. He is just not going to dig, is he? Alright, so first a shovel. Oh, okay. Something unlocked that. Katia's going to need to get a crowbar so I can open it. My first objective for the first day is usually to get my workbench up and running. My crowbar. I'm a little light on my crowbar stuff, okay? Yay! So let's see. We'll have her come down here and look in here. Maybe I'll find stuff, components to make our crowbar. I like to get everything cleared out, have a bed made for one person, whoever's not staying home. First night's usually pretty safe. Roman, here, stop for a second. Roman, come over here. I'll go back and dig, now that you've got a shovel. Alright, so did I pick up enough components? Looks like I did. Alright, good. So now I'll go back and make that crowbar. Alright, we'll stage him over here by the door. As soon as Katia's done, we'll do that. We'll send her to dig and go through here. soon as that crowbar's done, I'll get another option. There you go. Open the door. You go open this door. Of course. He'll be done in a second. There we go. I'll have her probably open this door. And now we're going to go down here so that we don't try to use the same part. Only one person can use the crowbar or the shovel at a time. Alright, now we got that done. Here, cleared that out, open the door. Okay, so Roman first. Cut. Might not make it all the way through. So when you get multiple survivors, there's a little bit of a multitasking effort going on. Actually, we should go pry that door open because we're going to need it if we find bandages. Bandages, yay! You're going to go here, dig that out. Here, we're going to go get yourself bandaged. And now I need to send him down to make a bed. Our time runs out. Run, dude, run. I don't know if I even have enough time. Your bed, you want to sleep in it, make it 30, 740. Oh man, no, I'm taking too long, won't make it. So he won't have any place to sleep tonight. Unfortunate. Start that just a tad bit sooner. Alright. Seeing that he's wounded, I'm actually going to take Katia out. Not just that, but she's got the increased carry capacity. I don't have to worry about him beating himself up at home, so we'll do it this way. So now we have three choices here. We can go to the ruined blocks. Battle over, there should be many things because people... Okay, so there's nobody here. That's usually a good first bet. Food, survive shortages. So this has some people who are still here, so there's the possibility of stealing some items or you can go that route. I'm not going to go that route, I think, if I can avoid it. And then the garage, and this is a place where we can do some trading. And that has some benefits to us because the trades for medical supplies are really good. And we actually get a bonus to our emotional state. We trade things that people need. So we're going to go to the ruined blocks first. Again, first time we're going to want to do recon. And the ruined blocks... see what I'm going to deal with. I don't have anything I have to dig up. I don't need these. So each of the places have a standard map, and if you're keeping track, you can tell if there's anything to dig or pry open. And according to my notes here, the only thing I need to worry about here at the ruined blocks is to take a saw to cut through a couple of bars. Knowing that, actually, we could go to the decrepit squad, and that just has a crowbar. Well, it also has a saw. The garage, I think, has two saws, so it really doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, let's go. We're gonna go. Did I pick it? Yep, ruined block. There we go. Damage. All right, being the first run of this, what I like to do is to go through, use my tools to clear out everything I need to, like the shovel and the crowbar or the saws if I have them. I don't have any saws at the moment. Once I've done that, then I go through and I take all these piles and I move them to the front so that I have a quick in and out when I want to grab stuff, because I'm not going to be able to take everything home. Maybe carriage is empty, a few objects light scattered inside. Ooh. Right. Certainly feel free to pause the video if you want to go back and read the notes as I go through. I'm not going to take the time to read through the entire note. I'll let you do that if you want to. But I do suggest looking through all the notes when you do play your game. There's, I think, an achievement associated with reading all the notes. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just unload. And you can see my pile now is starting to accumulate all of the things that I've found. The benefits to this, of course, are every time I come here I can make it a quick in and out if I want. The other benefit is I can make sure that I'm stacking all of my items so that I'm taking full stacks back rather than taking partial stacks back. Makes my runs a little bit more efficient. And it is important to realize that this game is really about efficiency of gathering and consumption, use of your resources. Some survival situations are a little bit more forgiving than others. This one isn't too bad. I mean, we started with 2 people, so we have 1 person staying home and 1 person out looking around. It does mean that we're going to probably have to have 2 beds because we're going to utilize Katia or Roman at home for guard duty. Actually, Roman might be better for guard duty with his skills. So this room here, as you can see, the little bars, and that one up there has bars. So we have 2 rooms that are going to require us to make a saw to get through. That's going to take weapon parts. So when we go home, we'll make some more weapon, or we'll make some saws out of weapon parts. That will take an upgrade of the metal workbench to get to. We have a little bit of gathering here, so we might end up going to one other place first before we get enough components to do what we need to. You can see I'm loading up and dropping this stuff off. Far more than I can take back. When we go to make the run home, I'll talk about what I'm taking and why. So I can't get through these. Here, I'll show you what that looks like. So I've grabbed everything I can get to without getting through these bars, and you can see I can't get through that without a saw blade. It kind of looks like you can get up here from the side, but you can't actually make it up. So you doesn't know how to get there. But you can't jump down from there. Not too useful for us as far as having to get away. Actually, nobody here. Alright, so now let's take a look at what we got. So we have some cigarettes. The roll-up cigarettes are a little bit, these are like low quality, and then quality roll-up, and there's one in between. We got some food, which is always important to have back at the house. We have a piece of food right now, but the vegetable would be good because then we could make two meals with that. But we're gonna need some water, and we're gonna need to make a stove. The shell casings are for making ammo or bullets. It takes an upgraded workbench to do that. We don't have that yet. And plus, we need a weapon to use them with. So I don't typically take these back to stockpile at this point until I actually have some reason to. Basic components. Components and wood are used to make most everything. So you usually want to keep these stacks going pretty good back at the house. The gears, the parts here, and the weapon parts are used for specialized items. I was talking about the saw blade being needed for weapon parts, and the gears are used for things like some of the more advanced upgrades, mixers, things like that. So we will need gears as well, especially for, I think our water filter is going to require it, or our water purifier is going to require this. And then electronic parts. So these things are always going to be needed back at home. Very first upgrades, we're not going to need this stuff, for maybe the weapon parts again for the saw blade. I think I can make maybe one saw blade with that. I'm not sure, I have to remember. But we'll take those with us. So now what we could do is we could load up on components, we can load up on wood. My thing I like to do is when I done this stack, I'll keep a note on the side as to what's here, so that when I want to come back, I can remind myself. To ease that, I'll take these two things, because I know I'm going to need them anyway, sooner or later. And now that I have them, I know I can come back for food, and if the food is here, it can't be stolen from the house. So I usually do that as well. I'll keep food in places and only take back as much as I need, up to a stack. So let's take a bunch of components. And that's what, 5 components and 4 stacks of wood. And then we'll head home. So now we know we have wood and components and some food here. This is the ruined blocks. So I'm going to go over and make a note to myself. Wood, components, SIGs, food. And then also note that I've cleared it, so I don't have to worry about taking anything back. Well, I haven't cleared it. That's wrong. Need the saw blades. So now when we come back, we'll be given a note. It's day 2. She'll come back into the room, into the house, and then we'll get a recap of last night. Looking a little bit better, so he's probably not slightly raided on the first night. Wow. That's the first time I've seen that. And they stole the food and the water. Wow. No one was wounded. That's the first time I've seen that happen the first night. Okay, well, Roman, you're slept poorly, you're slightly wounded, you're hungry, yes. Go make the bed. Let's see about our upgrade, so we can do the saw. Need some more components, okay. Now we're gonna look in here to see about our, get some water and a stove. We need to get those going. Actually, then we have to make a filter. So the filter goes in the water purifier to get it running. I'm going to make the purifier and stick the filter in it at the same time. Hey, your back hurts? Well, get your back into it. Go over here. Nope, sorry. Wrong person. Go there. Katia. Now make the water purifier. That right here. So I generally have a layout as well if I haven't started with stuff. I'll put the beds down in here. I'll make this into a living room. This is my work area, and then this over here is my still and the like, and then I put some rat traps on the outside. See how that works. Ah, good, another bandage. I shouldn't need the second bandage sorry, go back here. Shouldn't need the second bandage on Roman. He should be able to sleep the slightly wounded off the bed. And that's part of the fact that why they got so much stuff last night is we slept through the night rather than being on guard. Again, I've never been raided first night, so surprise. Alright, now Katia's going to go make herself a stove. Roman's going to go look in here. We're not making a stove. I want to make a second bag, though. And I'm going to, once I stop this mad rush of upgrading stuff in the early game, I'm going to go to making guarding at night, sleeping during the day. That will be my routine. Alright, so looks like we've cleared the house. We're going to send Roman off down to sleep. Poorly last night, he's wounded. You can only sleep if you're tired or wounded or sick. I won't actually let you just lay down if you're not. Alright, we'll let her sleep. Resting takes about 4 or 5 hours. That puts me somewhere around 7, so I still have a little bit more time to do some work if I want to. We'll go ahead and take a look and see what we have left. One of our priorities now is going to be, besides getting our saw blades and upgrading the workbench, getting a stove, getting some food. We need to block up these holes in the wall. There's 1, 2, 3, through which people are coming through, and as we block these up, our defenses will increase, and the raids will become less impactful on us. That last, after we do a final upgrade on the workbench, we can put up a reinforced door. Usually with those going and having a couple people who are armed, you're pretty safe from being raided. until then, the raids will come, they'll take stuff, and you have a higher risk of getting wounded. So now he's no longer tired, so we can actually put him on guard duty tonight. And she will come out of this in a second as well. While people are sick or wounded, it's best to leave them in the bed as long as you possibly can and let them sleep at night. Some wounds will continue to fester and get worse. They'll bleed out. Oh, and it's cold. Oh god, now we gotta create a stove too. Start heating it up. So we're gonna be going into winter into a cold spell pretty quick. That means I'm gonna have to get Roman off up. Let Katia sleep so that when she goes out on scavenging tonight, she'll be rested. Then she's up. Create a heater. Now I'm shy of parts. So make a couple of goals. Let's see. What do I need? I need to get, this is going to be a priority for us, 15 and 3. I need 4 stacks and 2 stacks. So that's 6 stacks. So that's good so far. 6 stacks. Once we do that, I'm going to need another. So I'm going to need 6 stacks of components and 4 of wood. So we can go back to the ruined flats, get everything we need for these 2 pieces. That. Okay, Roman, go back into bed. You're good tonight. And we know what we want to get. So let's end the day as soon as he gets into bed, and we'll go get our things. Plus we can get the food for cooking up tonight. Alright, so he's slightly wounded and hungry. I'm going to keep him on guard duty tonight. And then we'll send her out to scavenge. We got 2 new places. The military outpost. Here I can go and trade for weapons. It looks like there's a lot of stuff here, but you actually have to get in to get that, and breaking in is kind of difficult. I don't typically like the military outpost as a place to go to for this reason, unless I'm playing a aggressive game and I've got like an AK-47, I'm running around and knocking people out. Sniper Junction actually is a little risky. You can't take anybody slow, like for example Boris, who's got that massive carrying capacity but moves slowly. He's fish food here. The sniper will take periodic pot shots at you while you're in the open, so getting into a closed environment is pretty important. One of the great things about this one though is you can take all that stuff and again do the same routine I did here at the blocks and do a stacking idea there. So you grab things and you stack them past the point where the sniper can get to you, and then you can send Boris in if you have him and have him pick up big stacks of stuff. Again, we know the ruin blocks, we know what's there, we're going to go there and just get our stuff. We need at least 6 stacks of components, 4 stacks of wood, so we got a little bit of other that we can grab, which will be the food, and that'll be it. So, grab that, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 9, 10, 11. So we have one more run here until we get the saw. It's not going to be worth coming back until we do have saws. So we'll make sure we move on to another place tomorrow. You can see how quick that run was. Get in, get out. So as soon as we get in here, we'll take Roman off, we'll put him in bed. Hopefully his wound hasn't gotten any worse. But because we haven't built our heater yet, and the risk of raids, no one was wounded, that's good. And they didn't get anything. Excellent. Good. Alright, so Romanov, how are you doing? Slightly wounded. Go lay down. What's your bio say? One of the things to note here, it says he's a smoker, so he's going to want to have cigarettes to keep his spirits up. And Katia, if we look at her bio, we can see that she's a coffee drinker. So getting coffee and getting cigarettes will help improve their mood. I know she's tired, but let's get down here, make the heater, and the stove, and the food. And we'll do the bed. So I'm going to show you something here. I'm going to make the stove. We're going to to place the stove down here, right? And then we're going to bring it right back here, before she even starts to work on it, because we want to make the heater. Did that backwards. Cancel that. Oh, I can't. I made the commitment. Thought I had enough for both. Did my math wrong. One more night without getting the things we need. Another thing we'll be able to do is when we upgrade the workbench, we can make an axe. The axe will allow us to chop stuff up like this cabinet here. It'll give us wood and some wood and fuel. We need to make some fuel. So your options of making fuel are components, wood, and books. The books help keep your mood up. The more you have, the better, and really you need a bunch of these, so you really don't want to burn any of your books if you can avoid it. I like to do the wood, it's just the most economical. And then we'll see if we've got enough to do the cooking. Now we'll have to get some more water going. Excellent. So you see one vegetable, one meat, water, fuel, and this will make two meals. So now we can feed both of us, keep us fed. It's important to keep your food up, especially if something's going on, like you're sick or hungry, or sorry, sick or wounded. Eat. We'll lay down again. And then Katia was going to go up here. Oh, crater. This is good. So we will have periodic visits. One of the things we want to look for here is we need some wood and we need some components. Not much, just a little bit, and we should be able to get that from the trader. Every encounter I've seen at the door so far has been non-aggressive. So don't worry about going to see who's here and having to fight somebody off. That doesn't happen in this game. You'll get the trader, or you get the option to interact with somebody, do something nice. So let's see, what do we got to trade? We've got a gem. That's about it at the moment. We might get later on into making alcohol. So I will click, put it into my trade window, and then over here we'll get the other trade window going. Again, we wanted components and wood. So let's start by putting in 2 wood. We know that's what we want, and then so 2 stacks. Now everything from here is gravy. We know that we wanted to make a saw. The saw takes components, so we'll do one more stack of, put those back. One more stack of components. We still have a deal. Now I need some of these. Nope. So I can't get that. Something else to look at is to get some sugar and water for making alcohol and or moonshine for trading, which is not bad to do. However, at this point we're still kind of hungry on the components. And let's see, quite common. So if you look down here, you'll see what it says, quite common. Have it for almost nothing. So the almost nothing stuff is good to get. Also, to note, we're going into a cold spell. When the cold spell hits, fuel goes up and everything associated with fuel will go up. So these 3 items here will become much more expensive. So it's probably a good thing to get it now. I tend to like to get the wood because I just can't stack it much. Try harder, right? Went too far. So I'll stack a bunch until I get to that, and then I'll back off until I find my trade. Oh, there's my trade. You can also try to put in a thing of water to see. Yeah, the water I think is the cheapest thing on here. If I go to 2, I can't get it, but I can get 1 drop of water. That's fine. Got it. So now I can make my stove. Important. Let's see if there's anything else we want to trade. Got some medicine and a bandage. Those trade well, but I really don't want to give up my only one that I have of those. So I really don't have anything else to trade here without actually giving up something I need. So let's head on down. You can dismiss the trader if you want to. I typically don't, just because I want to keep my options open. Heater going. Place that down somewhere if I can. Right down there. Oh, look, right here. This is good. Right in between the beds. I mean, how better can it be? When these stats become very hungry or very tired, their efficiency at working becomes less. They'll work a little bit slower and they'll stop at periodic times. So you don't want to do that. We're going to get to this point. We'll get to our scavenging screen, and we'll call the episode here. We'll start up another episode soon after this one. All right. So there we go. Now, if we wanted to warm the place up, we just click here. If we have fuel, we don't have any fuel. We'll also look at an upgrade, which will allow us to do fewer pieces of fuel. We don't have anything to do that with yet. So let's go over here and eat. This will give us a chance to make some fuel. We'll stick a piece of fuel in the stove, burn through the day. Where's our... We do wood? No, we used all of our wood. Well, there we go. Let's start burning books. Just like I said we wanted to avoid. Let's stick it on here. Nope. Done. Do we have components? We still have enough components. Let's go make some more water. And then we're going to sleep. Actually, we're going to have time to sleep. We need about 5 hours. We get very tired tonight. It'll be important for us to throw our head down right after scavenging. Hopefully by that time Romanov will be in good shape. I think we've done pretty much everything we can. Want to go double check on the saws, the upgrade for the saw. Oh, sorry, Romanov. Go. I want to call him Romanov. Over here. I want to see what that upgrade's going to be. Oh boy. So I need 8 stacks of wood and a pile of stacks of components. I got more than I can carry, so I need 2 nights before I can do that. But there's the gears. Just take a look at what I can build. The knife might not be bad, actually, if I can get the components for it. That'll give me a little bit better defense at night. As far as doing the workbench, the next upgrade will give me the chance to patch the holes in the wall. I've done most of the stuff that I want to do right now. The only thing I want to consider here is the moonshine still, to get more for trading. That actually is kind of advantageous for getting our components and this stuff, but again, the prices are going to go up here, and I'm going to avoid trading for overpriced items. So let's end the day. Nothing new's popped up. So we've got Sniper Junction, which actually has some pretty good stuff. We've got Decrepit Squat, which is pretty much another free run. I think we're going to want to go to the Decrepit Squat when we come back. And then of course there's the garage. I don't want to trade any medicine yet, so I'm not going to go here just yet. So I think the Decrepit Squat's where we're going to go next. So come back and join me, and we'll go back to the squat. Thanks very much.